Why is it important to diversify our reading lists? Well, I know that reading can be such a daunting process for anybody, but I think what we have to understand and be very consciously aware as educators is that we are a medium, a critical medium for shaping identities, contemporary identities, shaping realities, and therefore it matters how we collaborate these different concepts, what we bring to the classroom, because at the end of the day, we are shaping the way in which people see reality and helping to shape the way they view their positions and the privileges that they hold.
So I think the reasons that we should diversify our reading lists and think about how we teach is because we've got a diverse student body who are coming from different perspectives, different backgrounds, and because knowledge is something that's co-constructed, and part of our responsibility as teachers is to include our students and to include them in co-constructing that knowledge, and that includes really thinking about the different kinds of materials we've got on our reading lists and also the different ways that we're getting students to, I would say, produce their own reading lists and relationship with their reading lists.
I strongly believe and encourage people to diversify their reading lists, and this comes as a researcher and an educator. I think in research we are trying to find reality or realities depending on what background you come from and what your philosophical standing is. However, we want to have a full picture of knowledge and impart that knowledge to students. So we need these different perspectives, whether it's decolonizing the reading lists, whether it's bringing in gender perspectives, feminist perspectives.
When it comes to diversifying the reading list, one of the key elements why this is necessary is that we have to become empathetic educators, and this means being able to bring care and creativity to the classroom. What does this mean in reality? This means not only being a sage on the stage, but looking at students not as empty vessels, but as people that are coming with very rich, dynamic, socio-economic contexts that can bring something to the classroom. Therefore, it's a place for co-sharing rather than just dumping knowledge.
Part of the whole decolonising and diversification of reading list project has to be about not necessarily taking people off the reading list, but problematising the people that are on the reading list and giving the students that opportunity to critique, as well as then seeing what new voices, what new perspectives, what different ways of knowing and thinking need to be introduced to students. And then finally, how can the students be encouraged to do some of that work themselves?
From the formative years of the students, we need to understand that when we come to the classroom with critical thinking, we set the students up to already understand that they don't need to take for granted the knowledge that we're teaching them, that it has different contexts and that it can be applied differently. That's an important element if we want to have students that not only connect better to their communities, but are able to reconstruct the realities of the knowledge that they're receiving.